wasn't supposed to end this way. Why didn't he do something? Keep your wits, man. It wasn't your fault. He led you on. He kept talking about the kingdom, right? What kingdom was he talking about? Here is the kingdom. This is the kingdom. Not some stupid wish in the sky. This. Earth. Flesh and blood. Something you can touch. Why wouldn't he understand that? I tried to make him see. When Mary poured that perfume on his feet, it was all I could do to contain myself. Do you know how many men? Armaments I would have bought? Hundreds. But he wouldn't consider it. He kept talking about loving your enemies and turning the other cheek. Never. Rome has subjugated my people long enough. That's why I thought he could make a difference. People listened to him. He wouldn't have to say a word, just show up, and hundreds would gather around. Do you know what that means? He could have said one word and raised an army. One word! I thought we were about to do that. I mean, when we rode into the city, the place went crazy for him. People cheering, laying palm branches everywhere, even throwing money. We could have done something. But he wouldn't. He wouldn't. That's why I thought I could tip his hand. Pull him out of the clouds. It wasn't about the money. It was about taking back that which was rightfully ours. Standing up to the Roman swine. If we could have done that, all the money that we wanted or needed would have been ours. That's all I wanted. Why didn't he do something? He knew. When I embraced him, in that instant, I know he knew. You know, when you embrace someone, you have to trust the other person. You can't glance behind to see if there's any imminent danger. You just have to face forward and trust. So why did he embrace me? I closed my arms around him. He knew. I had to do it. He wouldn't see. It wasn't for me, it was for him. Right? Isn't that right? It wasn't supposed to end this way. It wasn't supposed to end like this.
What do you want from me? Huh? What do you want? You would have done the same thing if you were in my place. What was I supposed to do? The threat was there for all of us. If they could take him, charge, and convict him when he had done nothing, what would stop them from taking any of us? I stood up for him. In the garden, when they came to take him, I stood up for him. You saw that, right? I took out my sword, and I was ready to die for him. I wasn't aiming for that guy's ear. I was aiming for his head. And if Jesus hadn't stopped me, I would have. Maybe I could have. So why did I deny him? Why, when that young servant girl asked if I knew him, why did I say no? She was just a young girl. What was she going to do to me? I just felt fear. You've got to understand, everything was chaotic. What has started out as an incredible week with people cheering in the streets and waving branches and cheering Jesus' name ended with the same people jeering condemnation and calling for his blood. We had just spent time at the Passover together, and he was saying things and doing things I just didn't understand. He wanted to wash our feet. The master does not wash the servant's feet, I said. No, you're not going to wash my feet. He said, if I don't, then you don't belong to me at all. I couldn't have that. Jesus was more to me than just a friend. He was my mentor, my rabbi. When I was around him, I felt alive. I felt like I could do anything. So why did I turn my back on him? Just when he needed me, I turned away. Help me to understand. I've been in these dangerous situations before, so why was today any different? Why did I feel so ashamed to be his friend? I just spent the evening with him. We had dinner. Then he asked some of us to pray with him. Pray for what, Lord? I asked. For what is that hand? He answered. I didn't understand. And then everything just went out of control. In an instant, the garden was full of people ready to arrest him. Soldiers, police of the high priests, all there to accuse him of something trumped up. Judas, that traitor, he was the one who led him there. I could tell it was him. The last couple of weeks he'd been gone quite a bit from the group. I asked him what was keeping him, and all he said was, money business. Then at dinner, Jesus said that one of us would betray him. It didn't make sense. One of us betray him? Who would betray him? Now I know. And may he rot in hell. You don't betray a friend. You don't turn your back on... You don't turn your back on a friend.